Okay, first off, thank you guys for subscribing to the new channel, checking things out. I really appreciate it because I honestly think of you guys as my most loyal following, the people who crossed over here. So I really appreciate that. Now, as far as today's video, and I was thinking, what's the first video I'm going to make on the channel? And I was thinking, let's do a video on what has all changed since I started running and all that sort of thing, and what is the goal. I'm going to kind of let the cat out of the bag as far as what this is all about. I don't identify myself as a runner or a power lifter necessarily anymore. It's all of it. I do all of it, but I'm going to kind of let the cat out of the bag. So first off, let's just get down to it. Basically, I'm training for an ultra marathon. So I do have the half marathon in 4 weeks. That has been in the works for a long time. It's in my hometown here, not my hometown, but my adopted hometown, Oak Ridge. 4 weeks to go. That'll be 38 weeks of training. That's coming up. But I am training for next year an ultra marathon. I'm not going to quite get into which one it is, the specifics of it, all that sort of stuff yet. But that's basically what's coming. That's what this is all about. After the race, I will probably dial back running a tad. I will probably focus more heavily on lifting again. I still want to keep my weight around where it's at now at 200 pounds because I just really like being at this weight. But that is the end goal. That is what, this is all about. I'm about halfway there as far as the training. That's what I've been training for all along with, there's going to be like a half marathon along the way in training to kind of prepare for this. But this has been a bucket list goal for a long time. This has been something I've been preparing for mentally for a long time. I've wanted to do it, and that's what it's all going to come down to. So that's going to be the end goal. After that, start pushing lifting again. But I would say as far as today's video, so if you guys are interested at all in any of this, in running, in mixing it with your lifting, all that sort of things, you're going to want to stick around and listen to this because I'm going to kind of break down everything that has changed since I started running back in February. So I was 240 pounds. I'm now 200 pounds. Lost 40 pounds total. So from day one till now, 33 weeks of training, I've lost 40 pounds. And that's without really any diet changes. Nothing has changed about the diet. That's simply from adding in the running. Whereas now I'm doing about 40 to 45 miles a week of running. In the beginning, it was maybe 15 to 20 tops. And it started out on the treadmill. So that's the number one difference as far as what's changed is I've lost 40 pounds. So if some of you guys are looking to lean out and lose weight or whatever, I would say running is not a bad thing. The shin splints I could cover as well because I've had this question a million times on Instagram and YouTube from people saying, what about the shin splints? And I had them very bad for 4 months. So you heavier guys, and anyone in general who is starting out running, you're probably going to get shin splints because the tibia bone and all those muscles in there are not conditioned to that kind of volume or that movement. So I had wicked shin splints for 4 months. And you almost have to kind of ride it out and push through and wait for it to get better. You can ice. Icing helps a little bit. For a period of time, I know it's terrible for you. I would take 1 Tylenol before I would run on some of these runs to kind of block the pain, so to speak. But honestly, shin splints are one of those things that you kind of have to earn your due and just kind of power through. Now, you can start out with lower volume, running only 3 days a week or so to give time to recover. I would recommend that. Kind of ease into the mileage. Start out simply running twice a week for like 1 or 2 miles. And it can be slow as heck. My first mile was 13 and a half minutes on the treadmill with no incline. So you got to start somewhere, guys. That's okay. But the shin splints are part of paying your dues and getting to that point. It's just one of those things that's going to happen. Now, if you have a good pair of running shoes, that will help, a new pair. Because if you just run in whatever shoes and they're not running shoes, you're going to get shin splints. You're going to get knee pain. You're going to get all sorts of issues. So you need to have running shoes. I learned this. You can't just throw on your basketball shoes or whatever shoes you got and try to run in them. It's going to lead to tons of knee pain, shin splints, all that sort of stuff. So having new pair of running shoes that works well for you, that's going to be the key because they absorb the shock better. It's a game changer. Like if you have too many miles on your shoes anyway, you're going to get shin splints as well. I just swapped out this pair I've been wearing. 635 miles I put on them. And I got the same exact pair, but that's probably a little too far to push it. I was getting holes in them and stuff, and that's when you're going to start feeling those injuries crop up. But if you want to lose weight, I don't think there's anything better than running as far as losing weight, optimizing your health, all that sort of stuff. So it's difficult, and I don't necessarily enjoy it, but it's a challenge. It's the challenge of it all. Now, one of the things that I've enjoyed about this too is I feel like I get to eat fun foods and kind of get away with it because I'm burning so many calories during the day with the running and putting so many miles in that I can still eat things that I want to eat in the evening and maintain a really good physique. I can eat, pizza, hot dogs, mac and cheese. I can eat pumpkin rolls. I can eat pizza rolls. I can eat, anything you want to eat. I can drink some lemonade once or twice a week because I'm burning so many calories. I can have this stuff in the evening and I'm still very, very lean. And that's really fun. Like during the day, I just eat beef and rice. Like I do try to eat good food still, beef and rice during the day. But in the evening when I get home, I kind of have whatever I want to have. And I can get away with that. Whereas if I wasn't running, I would blow up to 240 pounds. Like I have no doubt if I wasn't running that my weight would go right back to 240. But I'm maintaining at 200, getting to have some fun stuff like this just from the running and what it does to your physique. So that's great. Now, the physique changes have been substantial. I am the leanest I've been in my entire life. It's hard not to put up a picture. I'm not trying to flaunt my physique, but I would consider myself, and this is not in a bragging type way. I'm being serious trying to explain this to you guys. I would say I'm shredded right now, to be quite honest. Like my physique has never been to this point. There's no body fat. It's incredible. It makes you think, well, maybe I could do a men's physique show at some point. I don't know, but it's incredible how much better I feel I look. I think I would put my physique now up against my peak physique when I was on steroids and 250 pounds. And I would say I arguably look better now, shirtless, than I did at 250 pounds. On absolutely nothing. No testosterone, no steroids. I would say I honestly look better. In a shirt, obviously I don't look as big, but I think it's a good trade-off, and I feel much healthier. Now, biomarkers, as far as what you get checked on blood work, all better. So everything health related is better. Blood pressure, way down. I'm one of those people with higher blood pressure, even just not taking any steroids or anything, just being heavier and such and having muscle mass. I have high blood pressure. Blood pressure is way down. Resting heart rate's way down. When I started, it was 58. Now it's 38. Everything way down. Lipids down. Apolipoprotein B is down. Fasted insulin is down. All the important health biomarkers are down. Everything looks amazing. I do want to do another blood panel soon, check my testosterone, and it's just health all around is so much better. Strength is way down. I'm not going to lie. You can't run 45 miles a week, 1,000 miles for the year up to this point since February and expect your strength to be where it was. So you guys have seen some videos. I mean, the other day I pulled 3 sets of 4 at 485 on deadlift, and then I did 8 at 485 on a 4th set. Probably had 2 more in the tank. And I'd say my deadlift, I'm about 600 right now. But that's way down from 700 where it was in February, 705. So that's significantly down. I think I could get back into that low 600 area, but it's obviously down. Squat too. Squat's 518, which is, again, pretty good for 200 pounds and running this much. And I have no doubt, though, that these lifts would blow up if I scaled back the mileage. Let's say we dropped the mileage to even 20 miles a week. All these lifts would blow up. Now, the lift that has taken the most hit, the biggest hit, has been bench. Bench has gotten smoked, I'm not going to lie. Bench is probably about 300 pounds right now, which is way down from 390 back in February. So bench gets crushed from running. There's no doubt about that. But squat and deadlift have maintained much stronger, in my opinion. Those lifts have not taken as dramatic of a hit. They're obviously down, but bench just gets smoked. Interestingly enough, I feel like my strength on curls has not been affected at all. I mean, I was curling 135 pounds for triples the other day, and I think 5 reps is coming very soon. So it may be down a little, But the bicep strength has been great, and it's probably the best my biceps have ever looked. Like, I've never had the veins and stuff and the size. So my biceps have really come along quite well, and not been affected by the running. But strength overall, it's definitely going to take a hit. That's just one thing I'm going to have to accept up until this race. And once the race is over with and I'm not running as much, the strength will have a chance to rebound. But those are all the notable changes from running and losing 40 pounds. Now, I would say that, I will run even after this goal is done, this ultra marathon, even after it's checked off. I'm training very hard for it. I'm preparing very hard. I'm taking it very seriously. I am not going to be going, towing that line underprepared. I'm not going to go into this unprepared. This is a very serious endeavor. I'm taking it very serious with over a year of preparation. So I feel confident about my chances with things. And after I'm done with this, I don't know what the next goal will necessarily be. I may push strength again to some extent. I will not go back on PEDs at this point. It's just not in the cards. It's not something I'm interested in, really. And I like being 200 pounds. I really do. I feel so much better. No sleep apnea, really. The improved biomarkers, all that sort of stuff. So this is kind of the breakdown of everything and what's changed. And I hope you guys like the video. I will talk about other things on this channel. Again, I look at you guys who have subscribed, and I hope you will subscribe if you haven't up to this point. I hope you'll like the video, help this channel grow, because the other channel was kind of dead in the water with the algorithm for being stagnant for years. But I look at you guys as like my loyal base. Like, you guys are the ones who have been there from day one. You're the ones who support me no matter what, and I really appreciate that, and I want to build this channel up. Also, if you are interested in coaching for strength, I still am very focused on strength. I've been strength coaching for 10 and a half years. I was one of the first ever to do it with George Lehman. Really good results. If you're interested in strength coaching, shoot me an email, prstrength1@gmail.com. I will put the link in the description. I probably can help people out too if you're interested in some of this hybrid type training with strength and running focuses as well. But I appreciate you guys for all watching. Thank you for checking out the new channel. I have a custom shirt coming out very soon from Barbell Apparel, and that's going to be a big one. So, custom shirt coming out soon from Barbell Apparel. I think you guys are going to like it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support.